Hi everyone, my name's Scott Kirkland. I've gone from being stuck in a boring office job to something far more fulfilling, travelling the world and making video blogs for a living. I'm here today to tell you how I did it. When I look back to how it all began, I still can't quite believe it. I left school at 18 and got a job as a waiter before becoming a travel assistant for a local sales company. As I sat there sending countless emails to the sales team, watching the minutes and hours slowly tick away, I knew it was time for something much more rewarding. I'd always had a strong desire to go travelling, so I set about researching the best places online, as well as convincing my mum and dad that it was a good use of my savings. After hearing from a friend of mine about how great Southeast Asia was, I settled on Thailand. I had a cousin out there too, who I arranged to meet as soon as I arrived to show me the ropes. The country had absolutely everything for a first-time traveller. Wonderful food, affordable flights, and, above all, a low cost of living. Making videos had always been a hobby of mine, and during the first few months, I began filming all of my adventures and putting them up on my blog 3 times a week. The very first one I uploaded was only viewed 50 times, and not the 1 million I'd foolishly thought and hoped that it would. Nevertheless, I really enjoyed making them and persevered with developing something a bit more structured. I created a mini-series entitled Travelling for Beginners. This gave the videos more of a purpose and transformed them from being just a messy collection of videos into a more informative, meaningful channel. After about 3 months of creating content, the videos started to gain in popularity. Even though they needed some work in terms of editing, not to mention the production quality, people really valued the tips I was passing on. This then led to bigger and better things. I was approached by a travel company to review one of their hotel resorts, Grand Paradise. In addition to a small reviewer fee, my accommodation would be paid for as part of the deal, and I thought they might even cover the food, but that ended up coming out of my own pocket. They did fund all of my travel costs while I was there, though, so that was a bonus. From there on, everything just took off, and my videos were racking up tens of thousands of hits. It wasn't long before sponsors came knocking at my door, offering much more money than I'd been making from my review videos. I remember one particular firm offering $2,000 to wear their t-shirts in my videos. Initially, it made me far more nervous than excited. I wasn't sure how my fans would react to the blatant advertising of corporate products. There have been lots of standout moments during my time as a travel vlogger, often involving eating amazing food and meeting interesting people. The most memorable, though, was when I was invited to speak at an annual travel conference in New York. My talk was attended by more than 3,000 people, all of whom followed my blog. After all the views, likes, and shares I'd had over the years, meeting my fans in person and signing autographs put what I'd achieved into context. People often ask me what the secret to my success has been. They often assume that I must have been extremely lucky to turn my hobby into a lucrative career. I understand where they're coming from, but it's more about believing in yourself. Motivation is key, and that is what's got me to where I am today. Be prepared to work much harder than you've ever done before, but, most importantly, don't forget to have fun. So, are there any questions?